negative play on offense or, giving up a first down here and there on defense, it sends the right message to our team because typically over a 4-quarter game, the better team's going to win. And so that's the thing that I've got to get better at as a head coach, of understanding that they practice too, and don't overreact if they get a first down or even go down and get a score. Just, keep our guys playing at a high level and just know that throughout the 4 quarters of the game, we're going to end up victorious and put ourselves in that position to host a first-round playoff game.
Now, it's been a weird schedule for you guys this year. Through the first 7 weeks, you've only had 2 home games. But now the other side of that comes back around where you get 2 of the last 3 at home. Thankfully, the travel hasn't been very far, but still, it's always nice to be able to play in your home stadium in front of your home fans. What is that going to be like for you guys, especially considering that you'll probably have a chance to win the district championship at home this year?
Yeah, it'll be exciting, and I think just looking at our next 2 home games, we have some big nights coming up. I mean, this week in particular, it's our teacher appreciation night where our players get to honor somebody in their academic life that has impacted them and helped them. And I think anytime that you pause in your own personal life to value somebody else, that's a special time. So we need to play well Friday night because of that. And also this coming Friday night, it's going to be youth football night. So all of our young Mustangs that are playing in the youth football league are going to be with us, and they're going to run out of the tunnel with us. And so I talked to our guys this morning about setting the right example of inspiring these young kids and their families about being Mustangs one day. And it's really, really important, as you build a program. And so they have a great opportunity this week at home to check a couple boxes. So it's going to be fun. And then looking at the last game of the season, more than likely we're looking at that as going to be for the district championship. Odie Wyatt beating Creekview last week. And barring anything crazy happening in the district, it looks like there's going to be 2 undefeated teams in district showing up at Mustang Panther that last game. So that's huge, to get to hold up a gold football at home. And so we're excited about it. It's good to be back home for sure.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate you taking the time as always, and good luck on Friday night.
Thanks, Jacob.
That's head coach Mike Alexander. We'll be back with more of the First Colleyville Church pregame show. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation and Grapevine, and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight, tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at Cryo Nation and Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Based on 2020 GM Small Business and Dealer Fleet Deliveries.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine, 800 pre-owns, all classic certified for peace of mind that could mean a lower payment. Trade your car today online with their Easy Pass. They're paying top dollar. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, it's the First Colleyville Church pregame show here on Champion Sports Radio, and the teams are going to be coming out here on the field momentarily. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the Grapevine Mustangs, and we will start with the offense. And, of course, since we're starting with the offense, we'll start with the big uns up front, the studs, and we'll go left to right for you with number 63, the senior, Drake Beckwith at left tackle. At left guard, junior, number 71, Travis Mason. At center, at 53. At center, number 73, junior Cy Owen. At right guard, Drake's twin brother Dylan is number 55. The senior is at right guard. Those are the two Kansas State commits, the Beckwith brothers. And at right tackle, junior number 74, Max Livingston. Again, it's Beckwith, Drake Beckwith, Travis Mason, Cy Owen, Dylan Beckwith, and Max Livingston, the studs up front. At the skill positions and at the quarterback, we have Walker Berryman starting tonight. At quarterback, number 14, the senior. We will also expect to see the junior, number 10, Colt Mercer, this evening. Your wide receivers on the outside, number 12, Drew Vi at the X. He's a senior. Number 7, the junior Caden Cook at the Z receiver. The Y spot, the hybrid receiver tight end, is going to be junior, number 18, Hank Miller with the start. Caleb Tejada is back in the lineup tonight, the senior, number 3. Glad to see him back on the field tonight. He'll be starting at tailback. We also expect to see our impact player both at tailback and at the H spot on the slot wide receiver. That's number 4, Parker Polk. Parker Polk coming off his 4-touchdown performance last week against the Northside Steers on the season. He has a total of, I believe, 12 total touchdowns according to what we were given by the coaches. He has been doing it on the ground and through the air. He is leading the team in receiving. He's also second on the team right now in rushing. 245 yards on the ground and 330 through the air. Parker Polk has been doing it all. He's also been returning kicks and punts this year for this team. He has really been the do-it-all young man for the Mustangs on offense.
Parker Polk, one of my favorite players on the team. He sure is not very large, but plays very, very large. And I have to just say right now, here come the Mustangs down the tunnel in their all-red jerseys. They are fire tonight.
It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight on the field. On the defensive side of the ball, up front at one defensive end spot, junior number 48, Tristan Sneed. At the nose, who's been playing very well this year, senior number 50, Josh Logan. At the other end spot, number 82, senior Christian Watson. At your Sam linebacker spot, number 33, the junior Tyler Mears. At the will, the sophomore, number 19, Leighton Towery. In the secondary, your two cornerbacks, senior number 29, Savion Shockley, and senior number 21, Adrian White. At the freak spot, number 20, senior Jackson Yarbrough. At the rover, senior number 6, Cameron Wagner. And at the bandit, junior number 27, Drew Nelson. And, of course, the impact player tonight on defense is your middle linebacker, number 11, junior Latham Way. He leads this team in tackles this year, also has a sack and a forced fumble. He's the guy who's out there, is the leader on defense, making all the calls and getting everybody in the right spot, playing phenomenal football.
Latham Way really leads the way for the defense. They follow his lead, his energy, and we call his name consistently throughout the games. Love watching how he works sideline to sideline and is able to read his gaps as well.
Those are the starting lineups for your Grapevine Mustangs. We will take our final break here on the First Colleyville Church pregame show. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Food, fun, and spectacular rides. The Classic State Fair of Texas is in full swing at Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine. New vehicles are arriving daily. Enjoy the ride with Texas True Pricing. We never, ever charge more than MSRP. Want more thrills? With top dollar for your trade, you could drive home with a lower payment. Get an instant online appraisal with Easy Pass. At ClassicChevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills. Shop now. Free assembly applies.
It's sundown in Texas, and the Mustangs are herding up.
Under the direction and is copywritten by Champion.
Welcome back to Mustang Panthers Stadium. We are moments away from the opening kickoff here as the Mustangs are about to come on to the field tonight. The Mustangs wearing their white pants this evening with their red home jerseys with white numbers outlined in blue. The Mustang logo, the red Mustang logo outlined in blue on each side of their helmet, and red and blue striping down the middle of that helmet. The South Hills Scorpions tonight on the other side of the field, wearing their road white jerseys with numbers and lettering in black, and wearing their charcoal gray pants for the road tonight, white helmets with a silver Scorpion logo outlined in black. And they are ready for the national anthem down there. We do apologize, we missed the coin toss for you, so we'll be as surprised as everybody else when they do the opening kickoff here. Whoop.
What an entrance by Grapevine. I don't know if you noticed the two players out front flipping as they start coming out of the tunnel, and then they come out and bum rush. They went through the crowd to get onto the field. Well, they're super excited about tonight. They're going to punch that ticket.
It is Pink Out Night, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, of course, the month of October, and Pink Out Night here at Mustang Panther Stadium. As Coach Alexander said in his pregame interview, it is also Teacher Appreciation Night here for Grapevine High School. So there are teachers that are going to be honored this evening as part of the game festivities. And right now we're going to take you down to the field for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you remain standing, singing of our national anthem, performed by Grapevine High School choir members, joined by future singing Mustangs, under the direction of Colleen Section.
Excellent job by the Grapevine Mustangs choir as they were singing our national anthem for us this evening. Waiting to find out as they
Mustangs are kicking.
That does look to be the case. As they're waiting to clear the field here.
I would assume that South Hills won the toss and deferred. Or rather, Grapevine won the toss and deferred, getting the ball in the second half. There's a lot of activity down there tonight. Electric atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful evening tonight. As temperatures right now in the upper 70s. Check that, 81 degrees. Hadn't quite dropped into the 70s yet. Warmed up a little bit this week. Temperatures back into the low 80s.
It did.
J.D. Rice will line it up here from the 40-yard line to kick it away and get us going this evening on this night for football. And the opening kickoff is away. It's a line drive. It's going to be caught and buffed at about the 3-yard line and picked up. Returned up the middle to the 10, 15, and that's about it. As in on the tackle that time was number 38, Caleb Miles. Coming down the senior, making a nice special teams play. And the Scorpions will start their opening possession inside their own 20-yard line at the 16.
A lot of speed on that kickoff team, and you could see from up here that clearly they are lane conscious. Great job, as usual, by the Grapevine special teams to start this game off.
So the Scorpion offense led by sophomore quarterback number 10, Fernando Campos. He will be flanked at tailback by number 12, Zachary Garrett. They're going to come out in a 3-wide set, 2 to the left, single receiver to the right. Snap back, handoff. Coming around the left end and nowhere to go. Josh Logan, as he's been doing with regularity over the last few weeks, gets into the backfield and makes the tackle for a loss as the big senior nose guard gets in and makes a play for a loss of 3.
And I'm going to tell you, he ran right by the first blocker. Another blocker came to block him. He ran by him and then grabbed the running back with one arm and drove him down to the field.
Starting wide receivers at the X receiver, number 21, senior Jalen Rhodes at the Z spot. Number 5, senior Dorian Carr. Your C spot wide receiver, freshman, number 3, Jaden Garrett. And at the Y spot, the junior, number 22, Thomas Macedo. Snap back on 2nd and 13. Handoff up the middle. A little bit of room out to the 20. And then a big stick and a hit right there by number 27, Drew Nelson, the junior, coming up from his safety spot and making a big stick. It's still a good gain for South Hills of about 9 yards. But to set up a third and manageable here, it's going to be 3rd and about 3.5, but a great tackle by Nelson.
It's a great block by number 77, the center, Carlos Robles. He really cleared the way for that big run up the center there.
Going to be 3rd and about 3.5 here. Shotgun snap back and a handoff up the middle, and just not much room there that time as the running back Zachary Garrett tried to find some room off right guard and just got stood up at the line of scrimmage and then driven back by a group of Grapevine tacklers, and the Scorpions will be forced to punt.
Tyler Mears and Josh Logan in the middle of that, as you would expect.
Yeah, Josh Logan over the last few weeks, he has been impressive as that with this 3-3-5 nickel that Grapevine runs. Your defender, your front line not only need to sustain block, hold up, keep offensive linemen from getting to the second level, but also need to penetrate at times. Punt is in and it's blocked. It's rolling around on the ground and the Mustangs are going to cover it. Mustang ball at the 10-yard line. On the recovery is going to be Leighton Towery, the sophomore linebacker, who came in and covered that ball after the punt was blocked. It just seemed like the snap was a little slow getting back there, and it took too much time, and the penetration from Grapevine got the block.
It seemed like everybody was in slow motion, but that Grapevine front coming in to block the punt. And, real quick comment on what you said about the defense, and that three-man front, the nose tackle, is the most important player on that defense.
So the offense for Grapevine coming out. Caleb Tejada in at tailback next to Walker Berryman. Tejada gets the handoff. He's up the middle inside the 5, and he is immediately into the end zone for the touchdown. He bounced off one defender and took it to the house. Welcome back, Caleb Tejada. Nice to see the senior bust one into the open field for the touchdown on his first play.
Good job up front, all the way across the board. Opened up an easy hole. He did have a couple of yak yards there, yards after contact, but what else do you expect when he gets the ball from the 10-yard line?
Now, it's nice just to see his playmaking ability back on the field, and he punches it in, and just like that, the Mustangs are on the board here early in the ball game. So J.D. Rice on to kick the extra point. Drew Vi holding. Snap is down, the hold's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 9:47 to go here in the first quarter. The Mustangs jump on top after the block punt. It's 7-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
Hey folks, it's Dorian Menace, General Sales Manager of Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, Texas. We know you like things easy. That's why we created the Classic Chevrolet Easy Pass. Save time online and purchase with Easy Pass. It's easy. Find your vehicle, value your trade, set your terms, and even get approved for financing. Relax. Enjoy the difference with the Easy Pass.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
With approved credit, find new roads.
This kickoff is high and deep and fielded at the 2. Up the middle, swinging across the field to the 15, flag down, and getting near the 20 and then getting gang tackled about the 18 and pushed back is the return man for South Hills.
I assume that will be a hole that that created that little bit of a wall going around the corner. Typically, that's what you get on a return.
The return was by number 3, the freshman wide receiver, Jaden Garrett. And
Being a return. Back in the back on the return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
And that's our first call of the night from our official. And it was a block in the back. So that'll mark it back to, they're going to mark it back officially to the 7. And I guess that block happened around the 14. And so again, South Hills starts deep in their own end of the stadium for this next possession. We believe that was Hayden Rhodes who kicked off that time. He was wearing number 57. He did that to us a couple of weeks ago. Changed numbers on us. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver right, shotgun snap back, handoff up the middle, and getting bounced before getting just brought down to the ground with a quickness by Leighton Towery is the running back number 12, Zachary Garrett. Tried to find some room again between the tackles, and just nothing there. He bounced off one player, and then Leighton Towery just hit him right in the chest.
I mean, you can't ask for more from the linebacker position on that play. Certainly filled that gap.
Officially, it's a no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line. South Hills this time. Going to go with 2 receivers to the left. Single receiver to the right and an up back in the form of Juan Flores, number 35, who's listed as one of the running backs. He's an up back on the left side. Shotgun snap back, and it's a little zone read handoff to Garrett again. He tries to go off right tackle and again just gets stood up at the line of scrimmage and driven back as Grapevine is just not giving anything right now. Multiple Grapevine defenders. Give credit also on that play to Cameron Wagner, the rover, number 6, as he was in on that play.
As was Towery once again. Towery at that middle linebacker spot is really shutting down that run hash to hash.
Yeah, he and Latham Way right now are kind of switching spots play to play. One play you'll have Latham in the middle. The next play they'll switch around and have Leighton Towery in the middle. Officially a gain of 2, as I guess they gave him forward progress up to the 9. 3rd and 8 now. Snap is back, and they're going to hand off. No, it's a zone read keep this time by the quarterback over the left side, out past the 10. See how far. You're only going to get to about the 12 or 13 as Compost that time kept the handoff and tried to see if he could find room around the left end, and just not much there. Ended up officially being a gain of 3, and it'll be another 3 and out for the Grapevine defense.
Very well played by the defense. We're able to string that play all the way out. There's just no seam for him to put his foot in the ground and make that cut. And now we'll see if Parker Pope gets his hands on the ball.
Yeah, the last punt was blocked as everything just kind of seemed to take a long time for South Hills to get the snap back and get the kickoff. And they're kicking off from their goal line. This one is away, but it's going to be a low bouncer that's going to keep rolling out past the 40 to about the 42-yard line. As number 61, one of the offensive linemen, Angel Fernandez, is the punter for this team.
Things went much smoother that time.
Got it off quicker. We do have a flag down on the field at about the 22-yard line. Officially, that was a punt of about 29 yards.
21 red. Continuation after the play. First down, Grapevine.
But there's a personal foul, as you can hear, from our very overdriven referee, Mike. I'll see what I can do about that on my end. I don't know if there's anything I can do with it on my end, but I'll try.
Those are the sorts of things you want to avoid tonight, are those
basically
15-yarders. We saw a couple of those a week ago, and you got to cut those out.
The referee said a personal foul for continuation after the play. I guess somebody was blocking and just didn't stop when the whistle did and just went too long with it.
Here's that stack look down here on the bottom.
Snap back, play action. Berryman looking to throw on first down. He's got all day, not finding anybody. Now he's rolling to his left, directing traffic. He's going to fire one up the sideline. It's going to be caught by Drew Vai at the 25 and then getting slung down to about the 21-yard line. The initial coverage was fantastic for South Hills that time. On the tackle, by the way, was number 11, freshman Eric Flores, the freshman defensive back. Berryman had all day to throw, couldn't find anybody open, and then just started directing traffic, and Vi went up the sideline. They found him at the 21. Snap back, handoff to Tejada. He's got room inside the 10 and into the end zone. Just like that, it's a touchdown for Grapevine. After the personal foul penalty had them starting at their own 43, they hit a long pass to Drew Vi, and we do have a couple of flags down on the play, so let's hang on just a second. They're just inside the 20, so let's see what this call is here.
Lots of discussion.
It was a 36-yard pass play to Drew Vi.
And what a throw, right? He rolls
throw
to his left as a right-handed quarterback. He lets his guy know that was running just a curl route to go ahead and turn up and go up the sideline, and then a perfect throw.
Conduct. The 15 yards are being forced on the kickoff.
So after the play unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Oh, and then the ref drops the flag as they throw it back to him. Got to make that catch, ref.
So the second touchdown of the night does count for Caleb Tejada. It's a 21-yard run. He's got 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, and Grapevine is out very quickly here in this ballgame.
Simply nothing you're going to be able to do. The safety was stuck in the middle, right? He got into the secondary very quickly. One-on-one, makes a quick move, easy score.
The extra point from J.D. Rice this time is no good. He hasn't missed one of those in quite a while.
That's unusual.
But with 6:45 to go, it's now 13-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Grapevine sets to kick off, and they're going to go onside kick, and it's popped up in the air, and it's recovered by Grapevine. So with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty moving the kick to the South Hills 45, Grapevine sends their onside kick team out there that includes both kickers, Hayden Rhodes and J.D. Rice, and it makes you have to guess which side they're going to. But it was a beautiful kick that time by J.D. Rice as he got the nice high hop right before the 35-yard line, and Caden Cook went up and high-pointed the ball and brought it down.
We talked about it in the break, right? We talked about it before the game. This is a night to work on some things. When you get that 15-yard penalty, that's the perfect time. If you're going to try an onside kick tonight, to work on it, to do it right then and there.
Snap back to Berryman on first down, 4 wide set. This is going to be a pass out to the wide side to Parker Polk. Inside the 25, inside the 15. He finally gets brought down inside the 10. Just a little easy out route from the right slot. Makes the catch, makes a couple of guys miss with good running, and gets the ball all the way down to officially they're going to mark it at the 7, so a 24-yard catch and run for Parker Polk.
Looked like C.J. Holmes just ran a little go route. You have the inside route, run the out. It's cleared out. Perfect throw. Nice run after the catch.
First and goal now. It's going to be a little end around to Parker Polk. He's inside the 5, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So this time they give the ball to Polk on the end around. The blocking is there, and it was an easy walk-in touchdown for Parker.
Now, I believe that'll actually be considered a touchdown pass
because
it was a
pop
threw
pass.
It forward, right?
It was a little pop
pass.
pass.
They have that new way of counting it, but
yep.
I mean, talk about the blocks that sealed around the edge, and nice-looking play. We haven't seen that.
That time, the pop pass, you're right. I think of it as an end around, but it is technically a pop pass. Same blocking scheme, though.
Yes.
So a touchdown pass to Parker Polk for 7 yards after his 24-yard catch and run. Snap is low, but it was corralled by Drew Vi, and the kick this time is up and good. And with 6:04 to go in the first quarter, it's 20-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills.
The kickoff is away from Hayden Rhodes. It bounces and is picked up at the 11-yard line, and the Grapevine Mustang kickoff team is all over it, ready to make the tackle, as it was only about a 3-yard return. That time, the leading defender in on the tackle for Grapevine was number 31, Brock Smith. But nice job of coverage right there by the Grapevine Mustangs on a kick that South Hills let bounce, and it took a high hop, and luckily he was able to catch it before Grapevine got to him.
We've talked about this for weeks. That's where that fair catch comes into play. You really got to protect yourself back there. That's something that I'm sure South Hills will talk about on the sideline and be ready for next time.
Fourth straight possession for the Scorpions, where they're starting inside their own 20-yard line. This one is going to start at the 14, as they are down here about midway through the first quarter now, 20-0. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, finding a little bit of room that time is the South Hills tailback, number 1, Christopher Clayton, the senior. Gets a gain of about 4. Leighton Towery in on the stop that time.
It's going to be a long night for South Hills if they can't figure out some other ways to articulate the ball down the field. That was about their best run play so far.
Yeah, right now they're just trying to see if they can spread Grapevine out and find some gaps, and there's just been very little room so far in this first quarter. They're going to come out this time, 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, with the up back on the right side as well. Snap back, and this is going to be another handoff, trying to find room around the right end and just not finding it. Is the tailback again, number 1, Christopher Clayton, in on the tackle that time, fighting off his block and making the tackle right around the line of scrimmage was Jackson Yarbrough.
You got the corners up really close on these receivers. I don't think that there's a pass threat in the mind of the Grapevine defense as a whole, so that they are singularly focused on stopping this run game.
Yarbrough's actually going to get credit for a tackle for loss right there as they dropped him back a yard. It's going to make it 3rd and 7 now from the 17. Again, that's just a good job by Yarbrough, just staying, not getting driven back and fighting off his block and making the tackle when the ball carrier got to him. 3rd down. Snap is back. Pass out to the near side. It's caught about the 20, but just a great tackle right at the point of attack where the ball was caught, as in coverage on the play that time. I believe that was Tyler Mears.
Brock Smith.
No, that was Brock Smith, 31. Okay, I saw 31 and 33 in there. Brock Smith with the great. So
it was both Brock Smith and 33.
Yeah, and Tyler Mears both.
Tyler Mears.
Just a great job that time.
And then there were 2 other people that came in, 2 other players coming in at the end to clean up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just swarming defense.
That's exactly what you want. I mean, the catch and drop right there. I mean, the catch was made, but no yak yards that time. It was number 5, Dorian Carr, the senior wide receiver, who made the catch. But it's 4th down again. Low snap, but it's corralled. It's almost blocked, but the punt is away. It's going to hit at midfield and take a South Hills roll. And this one's going to roll down inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. Good job that time by the punter, Angel Fernandez, as it was a low snap, and he was able to corral it and get it off right before that punt got blocked, and ends up with a pretty solid punt out of the deal.
Yeah, they've gotten both punts off now, and when he does get his leg into it, he's certainly pushing the ball down the field on those punts, and now we'll get to see the Grapevine offense move the ball a little bit, as this is about their worst field position of the evening.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 40-yard punt that time with the roll. They officially mark it at the 39-yard line of Grapevine for this next possession. And pistol formation, snap back, handoff to Tejada. He's already into the second level up to the 45, midfield, and just dragging a South Hills tackler into Scorpion territory before he finally goes down at about the 47-yard line. That's going to be a 14-yard run that time for Caleb Tejada. I mean, you just see what he brings to the running back position, not only just from a speed perspective, but also from a power perspective.
So strong and fresh legs, you can tell.
Snap back, handoff again to Tejada. This time he's hit in the backfield and dropped right around the line of scrimmage, as coming in to make the tackle that time was number 60, Carl Mason, the senior defensive lineman. Good penetration that time, hit Tejada in the backfield. Tejada's strength was able to let him power forward for a 1-yard gain. Snap back on 2nd and 9. Berryman looking to throw. He's going to go deep down the field. He's got Polk, who makes the grab.
Whoa!
And is he in? He's just short. The official's going to mark him inside the 1. But what a great job by Parker Polk to basically just go up and outfight the defender for that 50-50 ball. Berryman knows he's got the best wide receiver in one-on-one coverage, so he threw it up to give his man a chance, and Parker Polk made it pay off.
Yeah, slightly underthrown. Nice play by the safety to get over there, but what a catch by Parker Polk. I would have given him the touchdown there. I'm a little disappointed they marked that short.
Officially a 45-yard catch, sets up 1st and goal. Snap back, handoff to Tejada, and he'll walk into the end zone for the touchdown. Tejada's 3rd touchdown of the evening on the 1-yard gain after he was set up by the 45-yard catch from Parker Polk. And the Mustangs are doing exactly what Coach Alexander wants them to do against an opponent that they should handle well. They are out to a very fast start.
They sure are. They're executing flawlessly. The only mistake so far was the 15-yard penalty.
J.D. Rice on for the extra point. Snap is back to Vi. It's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick this time is good. 1 minute, 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's 27-0 Mustangs. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. Fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at Academy. Applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
The kickoff this time, they go with the high pooch kick this time, and it is smartly fair caught at the 22-yard line by number 22, Thomas Macedo. That'll move the ball out to the 25-yard line for South Hills. This will be their best starting point of the night.
Nice coaching adjustment by South Hills. They did talk about it on the sidelines and didn't make the same mistake twice.
So South Hills this time getting to start on their own 25 after the fair catch. Again, the high school rule, just like in college, where if you make a fair catch inside the 25-yard line on a kickoff, it's like a touchback. So 1st and 10 for the Scorpions. Snap is back. It's going to be a handoff going all around the left end and just nowhere to go. It's going to be a gain of a yard that time for Christopher Clayton, but just nowhere to go. I mean, the Mustang defense is doing a great job of stringing everything out right now and just giving these running backs no real room to get anything.
Yeah, they're not really so concerned about penetration as they are just kind of staying in their gaps, filling up, nowhere for them to go right now. Corners, again, playing up close. We've got two safeties in the two safety shell.
2nd and 9 now for the Scorpions at their own 26 as we're at minute 18 to go here in the first quarter. Snap is back. Going to be a little throw out to the far side, and it's off the hands of the wide receiver, number 21, Jalen Rhodes. It was a good throw by Number 10, the quarterback, Fernando Campos, receiver just let that one kind of go off his fingertips.
Off the fingertips.
So that's going to bring a third and long now. As the Mustang defense has forced a 3 and out on every possession so far. Scorpions looking to get that call from the sideline right now. They're going to stay in there. Well, now they're going to switch sides here with their wide receivers. They're going to go 2 receivers to the right and a single receiver left. And now we're going to get a timeout as things were just taking too long. And the Scorpions want to go ahead and kind of talk this over a little bit. Thank you to Ryan Amerson and Energy Attic. Contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reducing those cold and hot pockets and making it more comfortable throughout, saving you up to 40% on your energy bill. Schedule your free Energy Attic audit online at energyattic.com. Energy Attic, attic solutions to transform your life. Mustangs, again, trying to force a 3rd and out here, as they've done on every possession. Here on Pink Out Night at Mustang Panther Stadium. It's also Teacher Appreciation Night here for this football game this evening. Student section, very pink clad this evening for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Certainly are. They're having a great time down there, too.
Scorpions back out on the field now for this 3rd down play. Running back this time is going to be offset to the left of the quarterback. Snap is back. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep up the sideline, looking for a man, and it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by number 27, Drew Nelson, as he was step for step with the South Hills wide receiver who was going deep up the sideline.
Thought he had a chance to possibly intercept that. It looked like we could have had an opportunity for an offensive pass interference there, but I don't think they're going to throw that penalty at this point in the game.
That was Jalen Rhodes, who was the intended receiver on the play. And again, they're trying to make something happen, but Drew Nelson was right there step for step. It looked kind of like as the pass was a little underthrown, and both guys started to slow up. It looked like Nelson kind of lost his footing a little bit. But he was playing, and then on the snap, we have another bad snap on the punt, and the whole group of Grapevine defenders led that time by number 48, Tristan Steed. Don't really even make the block. They just make the tackle.
Just make the tackle. He scooped the ball up off the ground and then started to try to run for it.
Yep. And Angel Fernandez is a big offensive lineman. That's going to be a little harder for him to do. But that time he couldn't corral the low snap, and Grapevine makes the tackle for a loss on 4th down, and they'll take over at their own 15-yard line here with under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Certainly not as nimble as J.D. Rice back there.
Definitely not. 2 receivers right, single receiver left, snap back, hand off to Tejada. He's going to go around the right side inside the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Caleb Tejada had no resistance as the blocking was fantastic that time. Just a simple sweep play, not even a sweep, just an outside zone blocking play. And they got it sealed up, and Tejada had no resistance from 15 yards out.
A massive hole there. You or I could have run through that hole. A great vision. And, you follow your blockers like that. You know where the end zone is. Tejada making up for lost time tonight.
Tejada on the board again, his 4th touchdown here in the first quarter. And you're right, he's making up for lost time. As the Mustangs are all over the South Hills Scorpions here in the first quarter. J.D. Rice will come on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs now lead 34-0. The only blemish on the night has been a missed extra point, and that's been it so far.
Yeah, and I want to say number 12, Drew Vi, holders don't get talked about a lot.
Yep.
I once was a holder back in my career at one point. He's doing a great job. I've seen him now 3 times have to make an adjustment to get that ball caught and get it down for the kick to be made. So he's doing a good job on the hold.
Thank you to Nick Bass and Greenleaf Roofing for your support. Greenleaf Roofing is DFW's preferred roofing company and the official roofing company of Champion Sports Radio. Family owned and operated, Greenleaf Roofing is the #1 choice for all your roofing needs. Residential, multifamily, commercial, storm restoration, they do it all. and they have a ton of lifelong customers. You can find out why and get a free quote by visiting greenleaf-roofing.com. So Hayden Rhodes waiting for the ball to come out now. Be kicked. He's going to take care of this kickoff this time around. Again, a win tonight for Grapevine, which they're well on their way to here in the first quarter. Will clinch a playoff spot for the Mustangs in the 5A Division II bracket.
That's exciting. It's exciting to get that ticket punched.
It's that first goal. First goal, get the playoffs.
That's the first goal, and now you can work on your seeding.
Yep, second goal, win district. This kickoff is a high hanging kick. It's going to be caught at the 14, up to the 20, 25-yard line before being brought down that time. As in on the tackle was number 31, Brock Smith. But a nice return that time of about 14 yards out to the 25 by the return man.
Number 12, Zachary
Number 12,
Garrett.
Yep, Zachary Garrett, the starting tailback.
He came up on a running start. And nice catch and nice clean catch and nice little return there.
Yep. They officially give him forward progress to the 26-yard line.
Perhaps something to build off of for South Hills as they come out on offense.
They'll come out this time with a single receiver to the right, two receivers to the left. Running back offset to the left side of the quarterback compost with an up back on that side. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Just across the line of scrimmage, only going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards as the handoff was to Zachary Garrett. Found a little bit of room that time, but it was shut off pretty quickly by the Grapevine defense.
Josh Logan once again in the middle is the anchor. Leighton Towery, he came flashing in as well, forced the running back to make that cut that allowed Logan to grab on and bring him down to the ground.
And the South Hill Scorpions are going to go ahead and let the time go out here on this first quarter. So we'll switch ends, and we'll be back in just a moment. After one period of play, it's 34-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of CryoNation in Grapevine and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation?
Yard line. They're looking for the signal from the sidelines for this next play. They've got it in. Two receivers left. Single receiver right. Snap back. Another handoff, and just nothing there as Josh Logan once again getting penetration and getting to the tailback behind the line of scrimmage.
Josh Logan starts it, and then there's a party in the backfield by the Grapevine defense. Everybody gets a piece.
Josh Logan is just, he really is just doing so much good work at that nose guard position. Not only does he take up blockers, but he gets penetration on a big number of plays and got a tackle for a loss that time. Officially, it's a loss of a yard back to the 28-yard line.
Between him there at the nose and Leighton Towery there in the middle, they are certainly controlling the run game hash to hash, and so far South Hills just can't figure it out.
3rd and 8, snap back. It's going to be a little quick hitter out to the 30, caught, and just Brock Smith hanging on, and he will bring the receiver down. Number 21, Jalen Rhodes, made the catch outside the 30, about the 32, and almost got away to try and get that first down, but Brock Smith just would not let him go.
Look, Brock Smith broke on the play. I thought he might have a chance to intercept it. They do end up giving them the first down.
Wow,
spot.
that's okay. They said he had forward progress up to the 35. I didn't think he got quite that far. I thought that Smith held him short of the first down, but the officials give credit for forward progress out to the 35. So the first down of the ball game for the South Hills Scorpions. Officially an 8-yard catch on the play for Jalen Rhodes. I thought Brock had him about a yard short. He did. He really, at one point, he really was just kind of hanging on to that jersey right there, trying to pull him back. And we have a timeout on the field as South Hills takes their second timeout of this first half. Thank you to our friends at Whirly Ball, Steve Swanson at Whirly Ball for sponsoring this broadcast. Corporate events, team building, and private parties are more fun when you're zipping around in a Whirly Bug, and they've got the most affordable laser tag. One left here in this first half. They have first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Running back offset to the right side of the quarterback compost. Snap is back, and he's going to take it himself. Quarterback lead play and just nothing doing. Josh Logan is going to get credit for making the tackle, but
the edge was sealed.
The edge
on the
was
right
absolutely
side.
sealed that time, and I believe that was Mears on the far side who did it. Mears got upfield and into the backfield and just sealed off that outside edge a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage and gave Campos nowhere to go, and that allowed Logan to come in and make the tackle.
Certainly a running back run all the way, a little quarterback rather run, a quarterback sweep. And you're right, he got bounced back inside and ran into big Josh Logan.
Mears won't get credit for the tackle, but he's the one who made the play that time. Loss of 3 on first down back to the 32. Shotgun snap is low, but picked up by Campos. Now he's rolling, getting flushed out to his left. He's just trying to see if he can get rid of it, and he's actually going to get dropped. Instead of throwing it away, he tried to keep it and got knocked out of bounds by Latham Way, number 11, the middle linebacker, for a loss of 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, just great coverage. He looked up to throw the ball early, nowhere to go with the ball. What they're doing right now, still with that 3-man front, they're bringing their weak side linebacker, Grapevine is, down on the edge and creating an extra pass rusher, and then they're playing man on the back end with 2 safeties over the top. Without a real pass threat, that's the best way for them to continue to stop the run game.
The senior Garrett Gardner, number 42, was also in on that stop as well. But, yeah, just a great job that time. The low snap threw off the timing a little bit, and then Campos just got flushed. And just young player making a young mistake instead of just throwing it away. So it's now 3rd and 15 back at the 30-yard line. Shotgun snap back, and this is going to be a draw up the middle. Finding a little bit of room out to the 33 that time is the running back, number 12, Zachary Garrett. But that was it before he got brought down.
And who else? Towery, number 19, with the big tackle again from his middle linebacker spot. He just kind of slides. He scrapes a little bit, makes a nice, sure tackle to stop them short and punt team coming on the field.
Yeah, just a good job that time of not being fooled on the long yardage situation, not letting that not getting out of your lanes on the draw. And it was a 4-yard gain, but you'll give that up every time on that distance. So Parker Polk this time.
New punter.
Yep, we have a new punter this time. Trying to see a number. Snap is back. The punt is away. It is the quarterback, Campos, and he hits a little low wobbler that bounces toward the Grapevine sideline and out of bounds. See where they officially mark this one out. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 38. That is where they mark it. So 28 yards on the punt that time for Campos. And that's where the Mustangs will take over on this next possession. Offense has been starting in great field position and a couple of times on their own end of the field, but they've been on point the whole game.
And it's been like this for the last several weeks. very favorable field position for them majority of the
This
time.
time C.J. Holmes in at tailback. He goes in motion. They swing it out to him. He makes a man miss at the 40 up to the midfield, and he's on the run inside the 40 and then getting finally brought down inside the South Hills 30. Just a great setup play that time. Walker Berryman swinging it out to C.J. Holmes, who goes in motion and gets the pass thrown to him for the setup screen. He makes one man miss behind the line of scrimmage and then just turns on the jets up the sideline all the way down to the South Hills 28-yard line.
I really thought he was going to score, but number 11, Eric Flores.
Hand off to Tejada up the middle inside the 10, the 5, and he just outruns everybody for the touchdown. Caleb Tejada making up for lost time, his 5th touchdown of the night. Again, barely getting touched. This one a little further out this time as he gets it from 28 yards.
I think there's 2 times he's touched the ball that he hasn't scored tonight. So, it's just another day at the office for Tejada. Welcome back.
So again, another two-play drive as you get the long catch and run from C.J. Holmes, and then the 28-yard touchdown run from Tejada. Officially for Holmes, that was a 34-yard catch and run for him.
So now I see what happens. C.J. Holmes, he slows down a little bit. He lets himself get tackled because he wants his buddy Tejada to get his stats up.
Extra point from J.D. Rice is up, and it's good. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 41-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams.
It's high, deep. It's going to be caught about the 3-yard line, and it's going to be returned up the middle to the 15 to breaking a tackle outside the 20. Actually, a nice little return that time by number 12, Zachary Garrett, as he broke a tackle inside the 20 and got it out to about the 22, 23-yard line, about a 20-yard return that time.
Yeah, he's really been the bright spot for South Hills Scorpions with his return game. Broke a couple of tackles on his way through that return, but now we have an injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a man down for South Hills. It's number 54, Leonardo Molina, the junior linebacker and offensive lineman for the Scorpions. He's down on the play. Hopefully, the trainers are attending to him right now. Yeah, you can really see some quickness in Zachary Garrett, number 12. If he's given a little bit of room, he has a little bit of giddy up and get through there and get some yards. The problem for him tonight has just been finding room to get through.
Yeah, and he's working hard, right? He was about 1 tackle away from really making that a much bigger return. So Grapevine's going to have to settle in on that kickoff team and keep him contained, or they could give up a big one.
We've talked about the standings in this district as the trainers continue to attend to Mr. Molina, and he's now up and coming off the field under his own power, but very gingerly. But it is good to see that he's able to come off on his own. This district right now, we talked about it. O.D. Wyatt tied with Grapevine atop the district at 4-0 on the season in district play. Both teams are also 5-2 on the season. Right now, things are setting up for a game on the final Friday of the season here at Mustang Panther Stadium in 2 weeks between the Wyatt Chaparrals and the Grapevine Mustangs for that district title. Tonight, O.D. Wyatt is taking on Southwest over at Clark Stadium in Fort Worth. 1st and 10 for the Scorpions at their own 22. Snap is back. And the ball's on the turf. A bad exchange, but South Hills is able to fall on it. The running back, number 1, Christopher Clayton, just didn't get the exchange cleanly from the quarterback, number 10, Fernando Campos.
Very fortunate to keep possession of that ball.
It's a big loss, but it could have been much worse. It's back all the way at the 15. It's a loss of 7 yards. 2nd and 17 now for the Scorpions, as we're down to 6:10 to go here in the first half.
South Hill's in no real hurry to run plays, really keeping the time on the field as much as they can and trying to slow things down a little bit, it appears.
Now they get the call in to 2 receivers to the right, single receiver left. The running back and H-back offset to the left side. Snap back. This time it's a clean handoff up the middle of the 15 to about the 17, and a late flag comes in right at the end of the play.
Good tackle by Leighton Towery once again.
See what this penalty is this time. Came in right as the play was coming to an end.
Personal foul. Face mask on number 3 of the defense. 15 yards to be added at the end of the run. First down.
Well, it's certainly not number 3 of the defense because Caleb doesn't play defense, but they may have meant 33. Could have been Tyler Mears that time.
We couldn't
possibly
see it. Don't have the replay to look at. So,
well, like I said, I mean, it was as the play was coming to an end and everybody was kind of gang tackling. Can only think that maybe they meant Tyler Mears.
Right.
But either way, it's a personal foul, 15 yards, and moves the ball out to the 33, 1st and 10 for the Scorpions. Shotgun snap back. It's going to be another handoff. And making a man miss, getting out past the 35, out to the 36-yard line. Nice bit of running that time by number 1, Christopher Clayton, as he had to dodge a couple of defenders to get past the line of scrimmage, but ends up with a nice 7-yard gain.
Yeah, hard to tell if that was a planned counter or if he just had the vision to cut and go to the other side. But it looked almost like a little counter play there, which is something they're going to have to do to keep the defensive line off balance here.
Nice run nonetheless by Clayton. And South Hills is out to their own 40-yard line, 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap back, handoff again to Clayton. He may find some room across the 40 to the 45 before he finally gets brought down. Another good run, as that time number 6, Cameron Wagner, came up to make the stop. But another solid run, as that time Clayton immediately bounced that out off the left side and found some room around the end and had another 7-yard run.
He did. Nice quick adjustment there because everyone crashed down into the middle, and he just kind of did a little jump step, so to speak, to the left and found himself a little bit of room.
So the Scorpions taking advantage of that personal foul penalty on the face mask and actually have a little bit of a drive going now. 1st and 10 out near midfield at their own 47-yard line. Clayton still in at tailback right now, offset to the right side of Campos. Campos gets the signal. Now they make a little bit of a switch. Clayton switches sides. Snap is back, and it's going to be a little throw over to the near side. It's caught at the Grapevine 40, and then getting brought down almost right at the point he made the catch by Savion Shockley. But nice little lob pass over the top of the defense, and it was caught by number 21, Jalen Rhodes.
They saw something from the sidelines and radioed that in the last second to change the play. Nice little throw, and this is a very impressive drive right now that we're seeing from the Scorpions.
I almost wanted to call that a hitch and go. It just wasn't much of a go.
No.
But it did seem like a bit of a little double move, but a nice little pass by Campos over the top of Shockley.
Nice job.
On the play, that's a 14-yard catch. That's the biggest gain of the night for the Scorpions, and they're in Mustang territory for the first time tonight at the 39, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap is back. It's a handoff to Clayton. Not much room this time as he maybe gets a yard, as coming in to wrap him up was number 48, Tristan Sneed. Going to give him maybe a half yard on that play. In fact, they're just going to say no gain. They're going to mark it back at the 39.
And once again, Latham Way, he comes down onto the line of scrimmage at the end from his linebacker spot. He scrapes down and comes and helps make the tackle from the back end. The speed from the edge makes all the difference.
Mustangs with the nice stop on 1st down there, setting up a 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation, snap is back. Another handoff to Clayton. This time he's going around the right side, and he's getting stretched out wide, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Just a great job that time. Mishak Ngoy in on the tackle, along with Tristan Seed, number 48. Just a fantastic job that time of the Grapevine defense as Clayton tried to bounce it out, stretching him wide and dropping him for a loss of 2.
No choice. Logan again comes in untouched. Really, Josh Logan comes in, just misses him. He reached out that big paw, almost had him, but the quickness of Clayton allowed him to get outside, but great pursuit by the Grapevine defense as usual.
Nice back-to-back plays by the Mustang defense, and they now have the Scorpions in a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 12 at the Mustang 41. A minute and a half to go here in the first half. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Shotgun snap back. It's another handoff to Clayton. Interesting call, and just no room. A gain of a yard up to the 40, but, I mean, they just tried to, I guess they were trying to catch Grapevine off guard with a handoff right there, seeing if they could pop it, but Grapevine was ready, and just no room in the middle of the defense for Christopher Clayton. And a timeout has been called by Grapevine with a minute 23 to go, as it's now going to be 4th and 11. You have to think that South Hills is going to go ahead and go for this just because of field position where they are.
Well, and it's interesting because that would make sense, but you think if you're going to go for it, why the draw, why the zone play?
I guess the thinking is hey, maybe we can catch them off guard, get about 4 or 5 yards, and then have a 4th and manageable. It didn't work, but still you're in a position on the 40-yard line where punting it really just doesn't do you much good.
No good. It's kind of the similar situation Grapevine was in on that kickoff earlier in the game. Kicking it deep does you no good. You might as well onside, so you might as well go for this. I like Grapevine's decision to call the timeout because what they're going to want to do is work on their 2-minute offense when they get the ball back.
Did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you were part of an elite group, and Lone Star Gridiron wants to honor you. You can visit LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood for more information. That's LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood for more information. So 4th and 11 for the Scorpions at the Grapevine 40, and they do have their offense on the field. And they are going to go ahead and take a shot here. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Shotgun snap is back. Campos drops back. He's getting flushed to his right now, and he's going to get hit behind and get dropped. Latham Way makes the hit. The ball comes out, but it rolls out of bounds. Grapevine will take over after the turnover on downs, but they bring a blitz that time. They flush Campos, and before he can get rid of it, Latham Way gets the sack.
Much like they've been doing all night, they've been bringing the weak side linebacker down onto the line of scrimmage and adding that extra rusher for the run game. He was like a beeline. He was shot out of a cannon. If the quarterback doesn't roll right, he gets him much sooner. Very athletic play and a lot of speed from that linebacker position to run him down and make a great tackle.
The loss on the play was all the way back to the 49-yard line of Grapevine, a 9-yard loss. Mustangs take over. Berryman in at quarterback. Snap is back. He's looking to throw. Fires it to the near side. It's caught. It was a bit of a low throw, but Parker Polk went down and made the grab at the South Hills 45. It's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 with a minute to go in the half.
They're going to be in their hurry up.
2 receivers right, single receiver left. It's 2 receivers to each side. Check that. Berryman takes the snap, throws it out. It's caught inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Latham Way with his first catch of the night. They're going to give him forward progress to the 35. It's officially a 10-yard gain, 1st and 10 as they stop the clock to set the change, and now it's going again. 4 wide set, snap back, Berryman fires it. It's caught by C.J. Holmes at the 30. He makes a man miss inside the 20, inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. C.J. Holmes catches the little quick hitch route, makes one man miss, and then just outruns the rest of the defense into the end zone. A 35-yard catch and run for Holmes.
Perfect play from start to finish. You teach your quarterbacks to throw the curl to the outside shoulder when you're throwing to the outside man. That allows your receiver to turn and get upfield. C.J. initially, nice little stiff arm, probably looks to go out of bounds, but sees he's got real estate, so let's go ahead and score the touchdown. Great play all the way around.
35 seconds to go here in the first half. J.D. Rice on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good. It's 48-0 Mustangs. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life. greenleafroofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Mustangs lining up to kick off, and it's a little squibber by Rhodes. It's going to be picked up and fallen on at the 35-yard line for South Hills. That time, again, I think just working on some things on special teams as Hayden Rhodes just does a little easy squib kick off to the right side, and South Hills not wanting to fumble it. Well, we do have a flag down as well. Grapevine may have been offsides on this kickoff here.
I like that, though. You accomplish a few things. You keep them from having a big return possibility, which we've seen that is a possibility tonight. So you do that, and then shoot. You never know if that is bobbled or not fallen on. It could turn out to be your ball again, but I like the call to do that.
Did have the flag down at the 40-yard line. That's usually an offsides. We just haven't seen a signal yet from the officials. They're talking over here to one of the Grapevine assistants. Not really sure what this discussion would be about if it's just offsides.
Well, here we go.
Or maybe it's something else, because that was a big mark off. They just marked off about 10 yards on that penalty. Maybe we'll get a call here from the referee.
Nope.
Well, now he's going to explain it to the South Hills coach. Again, they marked. I'm very curious as to what the call is, because they marked off a 10-yard penalty.
Which takes away offsides, 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, but the flag is dropped at the 40-yard line, right where the kick happened. I'm very confused right now. Maybe we'll get some clarification here, or maybe not.
Maybe not. It's so obscure, we're just going to run the next play.
Okay. So no clarification from the officials. And South Hills will start at their own 45-yard line with 33 seconds to go. Shotgun snap back. It's going to be a handoff to Clayton up the middle, and nothing doing. Leighton Towery in at the point of attack. Aiden Cassidy helping on the tackle. Josh Logan helping on the tackle. Nothing doing. No gain that time for Clayton.
Just a lot of red jerseys around the football.
We're at 15 seconds, and I feel pretty confident. It looks like South Hills is just going to let this clock run out here on the first half. Coming up for you, we'll have the Energy Attic halftime show for you.
There it is.
And there it is. That's going to be, it's the Prosperity Bank halftime show. And we'll have that for you here coming up. We'll let you listen to the Grapevine Mustang Marching Band. We'll also catch up with scores from last night as well as what's going on around the area tonight here in the world of high school football. You are listening to Grapevine Mustangs football. Your score at the half is 48-0 Mustangs. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten.
It's sundown in Texas, and the Mustangs are herding up.
Friday nights show us how. Bam, and the Mac, Coach Hayes every tag. His bells and a band sound. Big D sacks on money down. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in the fall. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in the fall. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Pre-game tailgates, Bobby. 'cause it's football, you know. Bam and the back, Coach A's air attack. There's bells and a band sound, Big D stacks on money down. Wrestlers and cheerleaders and feelies in fall. Sunset in Texas, this is Mustang football. Sun's down in Texas, living it up in the fall. The lights are heating up now, this is Mustang football.
This is Mustang football.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, where your halftime score is the Grapevine Mustangs 48, the South Hills Scorpions nothing. And the Scorpion Band is on the field right now, about to do their halftime routine. So we will take this opportunity right now to go ahead and get you caught up on all the scores from around the area that were taking place in the world of high school football here in the Metroplex. And we'll start with all the action last night. Crowley took down Arlington Heights by a score of 41-14. Abilene Cooper and Saginaw did some battles, and Abilene Cooper blew out Saginaw 44-13 last night. The Colony took down Independence High School out of Frisco ISD 44-32 in that matchup. A couple of Keller ISD schools going at it. Timber Creek took down Keller Central 44-14. South Lake Carroll went over to Northwest ISD and beat up on Northwest Eaton by a score of 47-24. A very close battle last night over in the Dallas area. Horn High School out of Mesquite edged Skyline by a score of 28-27. Wiley East beat up West Mesquite 34-8 last night. Also over in the Dallas area, just outside of the Dallas area, Corsicana beat Forney 43-34. Kimball took down Hillcrest and a couple of DISD schools. 26-24 was the final there. Naaman Forest beat Rowlett by a score of 28-13 last night. Games going around the area tonight over in Keller. Fossil Ridge and Keller High are going at it right now in the second quarter. That game is tied 14-all. Prosper is up on Denton Braswell 21-3 over at Braswell High School. Flower Mound is over in Plano taking on the Wolves with Plano West. And right now Plano West leads in the second quarter 27-14 over the Flower Mound Jaguars. In Lovejoy tonight, Frisco High taking on Lovejoy High 17-7 in the second quarter there as Lovejoy has the lead. Garland taking on North Garland 35-15 Garland High in the second quarter. quarter. Also in the second quarter, Plano East and Plano High, the two old, long-time rivals out of Plano. And right now, the Plano Wildcats lead Plano East 21-7. That game taking place in the second quarter. Irving MacArthur doubling up Richardson High 28-14 in the second quarter. And right now, Arlington High up on South Grand Prairie 13-10 in a close one in the second quarter there. Euless Trinity High School up on Weatherford. That game taking place in Weatherford. And right now, the Trojans up on the Kangaroos 21-7 there. LD Bell trying to get their first win of the season as they are up on Pascal out of Fort Worth ISD. It's 33-0 over at Pennington Field. Right now, Boswell has a 17-0 lead over Haltom High School. That game taking place over in Saginaw tonight. Over in Louisville, the Fighting Farmers up on the Coppell Cowboys in the second quarter. That game is at the half now. It is 25-7 Louisville over Coppell. Marcus High School over Flower Mound taking on Hebron tonight. That game right now is in the second quarter with the Marauders leading Hebron by a score of 10-0. Grand Prairie up on Arlington Bowie 28-12. Two Arlington ISD schools taking it to the field tonight. Sam Houston leading Lamar 21-14 in the second quarter. Allen shutting out McKinney right now at Allen tonight. 21-0 is the score there in the second. And Denton Geyer, coming off their first loss of the season to Allen last week, is up on McKinney Boyd tonight on the road in McKinney. 21-3 is the score there in the second quarter. Over at Northwest High School, the Northwest Texans blowing out Granbury 38-7 in the second quarter. Mansfield Legacy is getting doubled up by Midlothian. Midlothian leads 28-14. Colleyville Heritage is over at Birdville Stadium tonight, playing Birdville High, and Colleyville Heritage has a 21-14 lead in the second quarter in that matchup. Mansfield Summit shutting out Red Oak 21-0. Denton Ryan up 34-0 over Heritage High School out of Frisco. Two different Frisco ISD games. Lone Star up on Centennial 35-6, and Wakeland up on Reedy 21-6. Prosper Rock Hill is taking on Lake Dallas tonight at 28-7. Rock Hill in that game. Lake Highland, the fellow Champion Sports Radio School, up on Irving Nimitz 35-0 in the second quarter. Jesuit up on Berkner, shutting them out 34-0. Pierce out of Richardson is up on Irving High 35-0 there in the second quarter. The one other score we have out of this district tonight, we don't have an update on the OD Wyatt Southwest game, but Carrollton Creekview, who is tied for third in the district right now, is up 6-0 on Poly, that game in the second quarter. So those are some scores from around the area, and we will take a break. We will be back in just a moment, and we will have the Grapevine Mustang Marching Band for you when we come back, and we'll kind of talk about what we saw in this first half as well. This is the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show, and you're listening to Grapevine Mustang Football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads. Based on 2020 GM small business and dealer fleet deliveries.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation and Grapevine, an official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight, tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at Cryo Nation and Grapevine for $15. Get cold, not old.
Customers all across Texas are upgrading for less at Classic possibly lower your payments. New Chevys arriving daily. Others might, but Classic never, and I mean never, charges more than MSRP. That's Texas true pricing. 800 pre-owns on the ground. Just a few clicks to buy online with our Easy Pass. A Classic deal is here. Waiting could cost you.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills. Shop now. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Shaw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, where the Grapevine Mustangs lead the South Hill Scorpions by a score of 48-0. Jacob Dettamore back here with Tim Smith as they are doing a little halftime ceremony, some kind of interesting thing down there. I'm assuming with some teachers. Yeah. Not quite sure exactly what they're doing down there, but they're having some kind of fun down there at midfield. As the band is on the sideline waiting to do their thing. Again, it is Pink Out Night as for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Teacher Appreciation Night. We have a big circle of females at midfield, and something's happening in the middle of them. We can't quite tell what. And we have a bunch of guys dressed up in referee shirts down about the 15-yard line on each side. So some kind of game is happening right now. We're just not sure what. So, Tim, we talked about what they needed to do in this first half, and I really think you saw them accomplish that. Yeah, you saw them run good reps on both sides of the ball, no breakdowns on either side with anything, really doing what they needed to do against an inferior opponent, and really executing crisply on both sides of the ball.
The defense at this point has given up 2 first downs at max, perhaps just the one. You've got to work on an onside kick. You've got to work on your 2-minute offense. So everything's coming together, the run, the pass. Now it's the second half, so far all the number ones are healthy. There have been no injuries. They're looking to continue that, and then I'm sure that we're going to see some of the backups, the 2s and the 3s get some players.
Yeah, I would expect to see maybe the starters come out for the first series, and then maybe start seeing them really work the backups, and we'll see how it goes. But while they're doing this little thing here at midfield, and the band isn't on the field yet, we'll go ahead and take our next break here on the halftime show. It's the Prosperity Bank halftime show. It's 48-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustang Football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just
and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media.
which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine has been named Regional Buying Center for pre-owned vehicles in Texas. 2,000 vehicles will be purchased, all makes and models. It's easy with buyers on hand writing checks. Classic Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned.
Each with a parent out there on the field, kind of an extended dance routine with the parents, so that was kind of a fun thing tonight. The Grapevine Mustang Marching Band is setting up for their halftime routine right now, so we're going to run down to the quick stats here. As the Mustangs lead 48-0, this is the Prosperity Bank halftime show. The Mustangs in the first half, only 11 first downs, mainly because of big plays, to 4 first downs for South Hills. But here's the big difference. Grapevine, 287 yards of total offense to only 42 in the first half for South Hills. 190 of it through the air, only 97 of it on the ground. Walker Berryman in the first half, a perfect 7 for 7 for 190 yards and the 1 touchdown to C.J. Holmes. Caleb Tejada, 7 carries for 90 yards and 5 touchdowns in that first half. One of them, he probably should give half of that to Parker Polk after the catch that had what I call the Michael Irvin special, a deep ball where he gets tackled at the 1 and sets up Emmett Smith for an easy touchdown.
Certainly assisted.
Absolutely. But Caleb Tejada making up for lost time with 5 touchdowns tonight. Parker Polk, by the way, does have a touchdown as he had one on the ground. They called it here as a rushing attempt. I think that'll probably end up counting as a pop pass. We'll see how it goes down. But right now they have him for a total of 3 touches for 76 yards and the 1 touchdown. 4 touches for 82 yards and the 1 touchdown. C.J. Holmes has 2 catches for 69 yards and his score, and Drew Avai had 2 catches for 46 yards in that first half. On the other side, Fernando Campos, 3 of 5 for 23 yards passing. Zachary Garrett, 8 carries for 16 yards. Christopher Clayton, 11 for 14 yards. And then Jalen Rhodes with 2 catches for 19 yards. So it was a fun, a good, very good, efficient first half for Grapevine. Took advantage of every possession. even their longer drives were really quick with a couple of only 2 or 3 plays on each drive with the big playability of this offense.
Yeah, the only person we haven't seen have an impact yet is Sammy Kelly. So I expect that we'll get to see him get the ball a little bit in the second half. But it's certainly been a total team effort, all 3 phases as usual. That defense dominating at the line of scrimmage, linebackers playing fantastic sideline to sideline football, and then the offense 7 for 7 in the passing game. You can't ask for much more than that.
Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to let you go. We're going to take you down to the field and let you listen to a little bit of the Grapevine Mustangs marching band. Then we'll take our final break here of the first half. This is the Prosperity Bank halftime show, and you're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Based on 2020 GM Small Business and Dealer Fleet deliveries.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at Facebook.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine has been named Regional Buying Center for pre-owned vehicles in Texas. 2,000 vehicles will be purchased, all makes and models. It's easy with buyers on hand writing checks. Classic Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as the foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, just about to get ready for the start of the second half. Halftime being extended just a little bit tonight as the Mustangs are finishing up their halftime routine. Jacob Dedamore here along with Tim Smith, and both the teams getting loose and getting stretched out in the north end zone as the Mustang band clears off all of their stuff off the field so that we can get things started here. Teacher Appreciation Night and Pink Out Night here at Mustang Panther Stadium. So we'll be getting started here for this third quarter momentarily. We do have another update from that Carrollton Creekview Poly game. Right now, Creekview leads that game 12-0 over Poly in the second quarter. Again, Poly right now tied for third place in the district, along with Poly and Northside, as those 3 teams are fighting it out for the last 2 playoff spots here in this district. Don't have an update from the O.D. Wyatt Southwest game, which is taking place at Clark Field tonight. Again, O.D. Wyatt tied atop the district standings at 4-0 and 5-2 on the season, just like Grapevine is. Things are setting up for a district title clash here at Mustang Panther Stadium in 2 weeks, as those 2 teams will do battle here on the Mustangs' home turf in what will likely be 2 undefeated district teams coming into that ball game against O.D. Wyatt. O.D. Wyatt this season having a good year, being able to put up some points. The question mark for them will be, how does their defense perform? They're coming off of a win last week, but a win in which they somehow won, giving up 73 points.
No defense showing up in that game a week ago. And if you're going to face off against this Grapevine team, you better come with some defense.
And now the team's starting to come back out on the field as the Scorpions have made their way onto the field.
You know, I'm sure all the talk in the locker room was, hey, continue to play mistake-free football. When we do go down into the depth chart, there should be no fall off. What are we going to work on? What's our plan as far as anything that we want to see on tape? And then play control, right? Don't let any nonsense get to you. No post-play penalties. Keep your head at all times. Come out and play a hard second half of football.
Exactly. And what we should be seeing here in the second half, looks like Well, we know for a fact that the Mustangs will get the ball to start this second half here as they kicked off to start the game. So we will see what they do as far as when they start to rotate in the reserves full time.
Not shocked if we see an onside kick here or some sort of a pooch kick trying to catch Grapevine off guard. Not saying that would do them any good, but certainly not out of the realm of possibility. Down 48-0 here.
Scorpions coming out to kick things off. It'll be their first kickoff of the evening. And handling the kicking duties is also number 61, Angel Fernandez. He was punting in the first half. Parker Polk is back deep along with C.J. Holmes.
Speed.
To receive this kick. There. And Hernandez will go ahead and kick this one as deep as he can. It's going to be caught about the 10-yard line. And it's a little reverse to Parker Polk up to the 25, 30, finding a little bit of room up to the 35 and out to about the 40-yard line before he finally gets brought down. Great blocking up front as he didn't really get touched until he got out to the 30, about the 30-yard line. But that's when South Hills was able to close in on him. But still a nice return as Grapevine working on a little something on special teams there with a little reverse.
And there you go. We just talked about it. I'll tell you, it could have been a much bigger play. South Hills did a really nice job of staying in their lane, staying disciplined. Otherwise, that play could have gone for a lot more yards.
30-yard return for Polk, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Snap back, Mercer in at quarterback. We got Reed Watkins. He takes a handoff, goes around the right side and up to midfield. A nice run for Reed Watkins on his first carry of the game. 10 yards and a first down.
One of those young men that came in off the junior varsity team earlier this year and has been dynamite since he's been brought up.
10-yard carry for the junior Watkins. Snap back to Mercer. Handoff again to Watkins. A little up the middle this time. Finds a little bit of room, but not much. Only going to get about 2 yards to the South Hills 48 before he's brought down by number 9, Alfredo Tavira, the sophomore linebacker. 2nd and 8 now. Snap back, and it's going to be a throw for Mercer. It's a low throw, but I believe it was caught by Sammy Kelly as he makes the grab, his first of the night. It's a 6-yard gain to the 42-yard line. And Sammy Kelly gets into the action.
Not a complete line change here, but the Beckwith brothers aren't in the game, and Parker Polk not in the game. Either is Berryman as they changed quarterbacks.
3rd and 2. It's going to be a handoff to Watkins. He gets spun around, but keeps his feet and gets the first down as he'll get brought down after a 4-yard gain to the 38-yard line. Nice job keeping his feet that time as he got grabbed by the shoulder pad. I believe it was by number 44. Khalib Jackson, the linebacker, but just only was able to get the one hand on him. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 38. Snap back, hand off to Watkins, and this time he gets brought down. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage as again Khalib Jackson, got penetration in that time, coming down the line, crashing down, and made the tackle, taking down Watkins for no gain. 2nd and 10, snap back, play action. Mercer looking to throw. Fires one out to the far side. It's caught at the 30, down to about the 25 before getting brought down. That was C.J. Holmes on the grab. We'll see where they mark him down. Officially, it's going to be marked at the 24-yard line.
Outstanding route by C.J. Holmes. He got the corner, committed to the deep route, and then just stopped on a dime and a perfectly timed throw by Colt Mercer.
14-yard gain for C.J. Holmes, 1st and 10. Mercer this time looking to throw and gets flushed as he was looking for a screen and then just throws it, kind of spikes it out of bounds as he was getting flushed. So that may have been a broken play right there.
Looked like a miscommunication. I think he was looking for a screen of some sort. As you said, he looked up immediately, saw it wasn't there. I'm not sure where the mix-up or confusion was.
Either way, it's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Heads up play by Mercer to get out of the pocket and throw that away for an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, snap back, hand off to Watkins. He's got room inside the 20, breaks a tackle at the 15, getting down to the 10, still on his feet, dragging tacklers all the way inside the 5 and down to the 2. What a strong run from Reed Watkins that time, 22 yards, to set up first and goal.
Number 72, Braden Johnson, on the big block as he pulled around from that left guard spot and opened up the hole. 34 is a big number to live up to, so he's doing a great job with the tough running.
First and goal at the 2 for the Mustang offense. 2 receivers to each side. Mercer takes the snap, throws it into the end zone. It's caught. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is. C.J. Holmes goes up, high points the ball, gets that foot down inside the back corner of the end zone, and puts the Mustangs on the board here in the second half.
Toe drag swag, and you got mossed in the same segment. He mossed his corner, got the toe down. Great body awareness. What a throw coming off the bench. Hadn't played Colt Mercer in the whole first half. What a throw.
Great throw by Mercer right to the back pylon, and Holmes went up and high pointed the ball. The snap is through the hands of Drew Vi. It's picked up by J.D. Rice. He's just trying to see if he can do anything. He gets away for a moment. Now he's just running. He's going to get tackled all the way back at the 25-yard line. The snap was a bit high, but it looked like it just kind of went through the hands of Drew Vi. Not something you see from him.
I'm going to take the blame on that. I went out of my way to talk about the holder earlier in the game, and that's what I get, I suppose. It was a little bit of a high snap, but like you said, he's been handling snaps like that all night long. So that's one of the mistakes you don't want to see.
Yeah, that one time, again, a little bit high, but one you typically see him corral. But that time went through the fingertips and ends up being no good on the extra point. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. It's now 54-0 Grapevine. And the Mustangs will kick this one away. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that can change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today. The Mustangs lining up to kick this one away. Excuse me, that's Hayden Rhodes booting this one high and deep. It's going to be caught at about the 6-yard line, up to the 15, up to the 20, and then getting pushed out of bounds at around the 23-yard line was the return man, the running back, number 12, Zachary Garrett. And the Scorpions will start their first possession of the second half at their own 23.
Be interesting to see if the Scorpions change anything coming out of the second half. They were extremely run heavy, only throwing the ball a few times with only one real connection. It's going to be interesting to me to see what kind of coaches changes they made at halftime.
Coming out this time, 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They have an up back on the right side of the formation. Running back offset to the left. Snap back, it's going to be a handoff. Up the middle, trying to make his way forward. Going to get about a yard before he gets tackled is the running back Garrett, number 12. He was brought down by Josh Logan as well as Leighton Towery. Tyler Mears also in on that tackle. They're going to give him credit for progress up to the 25, so it's officially a gain of 2 for Zachary Garrett. 2nd and 8 now. Same formation. Shotgun snap back, another handoff to Garrett, and he may barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Coming in that time on a corner blitz was number 20, Jackson Yarbrough, as he crashed down from the outside and got to the legs of Garrett before he could get back to the line.
Yeah, he slowly snuck up to that line of scrimmage as the quarterback there, number 10, is going through his progression. Campos, as he's calling out the signals, he slowly creeps up to the line of scrimmage and then, like you said, makes a beeline to the running back.
Officially no gain on the play as they gave him forward progress back to the line. Sets up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap back. Campos looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep up the far sideline, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. That one just kind of knuckled a little bit and just died as Brock Smith broke off of his man and tried to get to the ball but couldn't get there before it hit the turf.
Honestly, nowhere to go with that ball. The coverage was on point, man-to-man, all the way down the field. Nobody had won their one-on-one matchup from the South Hills perspective, so great defense by Grapevine.
So another 3 and out from this Grapevine defense. And the South Hills Scorpions will be forced to punt. C.J. Holmes is on the field now, ready to get this punt. He's waiting back around his own 40-yard line. And the punt is away. Campos booted this one. It's going to be fair caught, a diving fair catch.
Dangerous.
Definitely by C.J. Holmes, as he thought he had a beat on that, and then the punt just kind of died on him, and he had to make a diving catch, but he does secure it at midfield with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter.
I have a feeling we're going to see Colt Mercer again. I saw him jump off the bench and throw his helmet on, so
he is coming onto the
there
field. And it looks like we have a complete line change up front this time with the studs, as you have Braden Johnson at left tackle, number 72, at left guard, number 65, Garrett Moorhead. Snap is back, and it's a swing pass out to Caden Cook, makes the catch, gets into Scorpion territory and gets brought down at about the 43-yard line, a gain of 7, just a little bubble screen for Colt Mercer that time.
Quick outside screen.
At center, you have number 52, Alex Holgan. At right guard, number 60, Preston Love. And at right tackle, number 75, Ted Gross.
What's happening?
And looks like we had a player slow to get up on the South Hills side. Looked like number 8, Jesse Enriquez, the senior defensive back, was a little slow to get up. So the trainers helped him, and they paused play for a moment. Now they've got things ready to play. 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line of South Hills. Snap back to Mercer. Handoff up the middle. Inside the 40, 35, and all the way down to about the 30 is Reed Watkins. Just a great little quick hitter up the middle that time. Watkins found a hole. Got all the way down to the 31-yard line for a gain of 12 and a first down.
When I see that number 34, I think of Walter Payton, Earl Campbell running through folks. Here we see Reed Watkins doing some of the same things.
Snap back, Mercer looking to throw, and the pass is tipped and intercepted. Up the sideline goes the South Hills defense, and going to get knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Number 3, Jaden Garrett, the freshman defensive back and wide receiver, plays tip drill and makes the interception and gets it almost back out to midfield.
Colt Mercer a little early on the slant. He didn't give that linebacker time to clear out. The linebacker gets a hand on the ball.
Yep.
Could have been a pick 6. I mean, great job to go down and make the tackle, but we have to be more patient when we're throwing that slant. Let that linebacker clear out of the way.
I believe it may have been number 9, Alfredo Tavera. I'm not 100% sure who got a hand on that pass. I know that's been his side of the field at the linebacker position a lot of the time, a lot of the plays tonight. But you're right, that slant came in. A linebacker just got his paw up, got a hand on it,
and he was on
it out near the sideline.
The linebacker was flashing out to the sideline. Colt just wasn't patient enough to let him get to his position.
So the first real mistake of the night for Grapevine is the interception has the Scorpions starting at midfield. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Garrett has room to run inside the 45, breaking tackles and finally getting dragged down at the Grapevine 41 for a gain of 9 yards. A nice strong run right there by Zachary Garrett.
The absence of Josh Logan on the field, his first play not being out there, immediate big run up the middle.
In at nose tackle is Holden Brown, number 51. The senior Garrett Gardner is at one defensive end spot. Tristan Sneed still in the game at the other defensive end spot.
Linebackers are still the same as well. So just making a few changes here and there.
2nd and 1 now for South Hills at the Grapevine 41. Snap back, pass out to the near side, far side, and you're going to get a flag here for pass interference as Brock Smith just got there early.
Yeah,
he read the route correctly, made the break on the ball, but just didn't get the timing down, and he hit the wide receiver, number 21, Jalen Rhodes, about a half second before the ball got there. The flags come out.
Excuse me, Jacob. Very similar to a play earlier in the game, right when they had gotten that first down, when he had time to try to time that curl route. That time just early.
It's not going to be it's only a 5-yard penalty, but it is going to force a first down for the Scorpions as they now have the ball at the Grapevine 36-yard line after the pass interference penalty. Yeah, like I said, those passes can be hard sometimes for the DB, even if you read it, because you have to time it as to not get there early and draw the flag.
And you can't go through the man to get
correct.
to the ball.
So 1st and 10 for the Scorpions. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Snap back. And throw coming in, going up the far sideline. Pass is caught. And a flag comes in. You're probably going to get another pass interference on Brock Smith. But a great catch nonetheless by number 21, Jalen Rhodes. Did they signal it as a completion, or is it just the penalty? I thought he got down in bounds.
It looked like the best throw of the night from Campos. It did look like a catch, and it was interference. And you know why? Because the head didn't get turned around. Brock Smith never turned his head around. now we'll get an explanation here in a moment.
Well, apparently they said the pass was caught out of bounds, so they'll accept the 15-yard penalty, will the Scorpions, and that'll move the ball down for their deepest penetration of the night. They're down to the Grapevine 21-yard line here with about 4:28 to go in the third quarter.
And certainly not what Coach Alexander wants to see, the interception and then 2 mental errors with pass interference.
Yeah, that last one, you're correct. Smith got his head around, but it was too late. The ball, he'd already made contact. The ball was already in the air by that point. So 1st and 10 for South Hills at the Grapevine 21-yard line. Snap back to Campos. He's looking to throw again. He's going to fire it over the middle, and it's high and wide. He's lucky that one wasn't intercepted. Tyler Mears on the coverage as he was right there defending number 22, Thomas Macedo. Tried to throw a little hitch route to the slot receiver, Macedo, and again, that one just kind of sailed on him high and wide.
Going to be tough. I mean, Grapevine is sitting in this man defense, and they're not giving the receivers any room coming off. And I applaud Coach Alexander for staying in the man even after having a few difficulties on the last few plays.
2nd and 10 now at the 21-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side this time with a single receiver on the left. Shotgun snap back. It's going to be a handoff this time to Garrett. Trying to go off left guard and just not much room. Gets maybe a yard that time before the tackle is made as Leighton Towery once again in on another tackle.
You had Towery
Still
and the
Towery.
cornerback on a corner blitz. He came number 29.
Savion Shockley, yes,
Yes,
sir.
you could see the safety creeping up to take his responsibility, so you had the corner blitz on the exact side that they were running the ball. So perfectly called defensive play.
Good stop there on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 for the Scorpions. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Shotgun snap
Here
back.
comes again.
And they're going to hand it off to Garrett, and just nothing doing. Tyler Mears comes up, shoots, gets into the backfield, and drops him for at least a yard loss, maybe 2. Great play that time by Tyler Mears.
And again, they came with the corner blitz. I really think they're trying to bait them into throwing to this receiver over here. 4th down, big.
Officially
big
only
play
a
call.
loss of a yard, so it sets up 4th and 10 now. Offense staying on the field for South Hills. Why not?
I would.
3:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Taking an awful long time to get this play call in.
And they're going to let the clock run down. It looks like they're going to call
They're gonna
timeout
need a
here.
timeout.
We'll take it with them. 2:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio. Now as the Scorpions try to see if they can get some points on the board. They're sitting in Grapevine territory at the 21-yard line, but they're facing a 4th and 10 here with 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. With the running back this time. Running back this time, Clayton is in the game, offset to the left. It's going to be a pass from Campos. He gets it off, but it's high, and it's intercepted. Out to the 15, the 20. Nice return. Latham Way with a phenomenal catch. The pass was high and over the head of the receiver. Latham Way went up and basically made a one-handed interception.
That was number 6.
Number 6, sorry.
Cameron Wagner,
my bad.
180-pound DB, the senior.
I'm not that old. I'm surprised I didn't. I thought I saw 11 flash in front of me.
For the first time tonight, Grapevine plays a zone defense. Completely fools South Hills. And what a catch.
Oh, it was an amazing catch by Wagner. I mean, it was a high throw. It was over the head of the receiver, and Wagner just went up and one-handed it and brought it down and returns it out to the 23-yard line. 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap back. Mercer's going to take it up the middle this time on a quarterback draw. Gets up the field, breaks it outside to the 25, the 30, still on his feet, dancing, breaking tackles. He's going to get a first down. What a run by Colt Mercer that time of 11 yards.
Look at the sweet feet by Colt Mercer. Out there looking like Lamar Jackson.
Just dancing around out there, Colt Mercer. 1st and 10 out at the 34. 11-yard gain. Shotgun snap back. It's going to be a handoff this time. Coming around the left end. Reed Watkins up to the 40, the 45. On his feet to the 50. Now he's breaking into the open field. 40, 35, 30, and finally getting brought down. Great run, great blocking that time as Reed Watkins gets the ball all the way down to the 29-yard line of South Hills on that play.
He's really been making a name for himself over the last month and a half, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Shotgun snap back. Another handoff to Watkins. Up the middle this time, just pushing the pile forward. Going to get a gain of about 4 down to the 25-yard line before he's brought down by number 44, Khalib Jackson. And we have a player down on the field as one of the South Hills players is injured and is immediately getting attended to by the training staff. Can't quite see the number on the young man that's hurt. I believe I see a 20. It may be number 24, Miguel Samano. But we have an injury on the timeout, so we'll go ahead and take this timeout as well. Minute 32 to go in the third quarter. Grapevine leads 54-0. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Going on.
Six for South Hills, Eric Hernandez, the senior defensive lineman, and he is walking off field under his own power, thankfully. So the offense and defense come back out onto the field, and it's 2nd and 6 now. Snap back. It's a quarterback lead for Mercer. Makes a man miss, gets inside the 25, the 20, dancing around and gets the first down all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another a gain of 8 more yards for Colt Mercer on the ground.
Nice block by Garrick Moorhead, number 65, 6'3", 285-pound junior offensive lineman. Came around and created that little crease for Mercer to get up through.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs now at the 18-yard line. Snap back, handoff to Watkins. He's got room in the open field, inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Reed Watkins, after the big run earlier in the drive, gets the payoff this time with the 18-yard touchdown run.
Once again, left guard Moorhead, he just crashed down the entire side of the line, creating a massive hole for Watkins to basically walk into the end zone. Wow. Impressive run.
Yeah,
impressive drive, really.
Watkins deserved that one after his big scamper of about 37 yards earlier in the drive.
Sure did.
So the extra point team is on. Last time they were out there, had a mishandle on the snap. This time, everything's clean. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It is now 61-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio. Price handled the kickoff duties this time. And he'll boot this one high. Good hang time. Going to be a little short. Caught at about the 11. Up to the 20. And wrapped up there. Nice tackle that time. Brought down by number 13, Mishak and Goy. Nice open field grab on the return man, number 12, Zachary Garrett.
Garrett has proven to be a dangerous return man. He's had some good returns tonight. That's a great open field tackle to just stop all that momentum.
About an 11-yard return out to the 22, and that's where the Scorpions will take over. In on defense, we have a bit of a line change now. We've got Henry Esses at one linebacker spot. He'll be on the weak side up the middle. Will be Michael Northrup. Then over on the other side will be Caleb Meyerhofer at the Sam linebacker position.
Looks like everyone's new. We even have number 25 is out there.
That's Hunter Lasher back off the injury list this week. First down,
with a
handoff
cast.
up the middle, and only going to be about a gain of about 2 that time for Clayton, Christopher Clayton, number 1 tackle that made that time by number 70, Christian Gallardo, the senior who's in at nose tackle right now. But yeah, Hunter Lasher back this week after being out the last couple of games with an injury.
He's got a huge cast on his left arm.
Yes, he does.
Lots of credit for playing with that thing as a secondary player.
And that's going to be the last play here of the third quarter as they're going to let the go ahead clock run out, and we're going to switch ends. We're through 3. It is up Grapevine in full control here, up 61-0. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love to
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. Scorpions have the ball, 2nd and 8. Snap back, throw out to the far side. It's tipped and caught. It's going to be a first down. That's great concentration that time by the wide receiver, number 5, Dorian Carr, the senior, as that ball was deflected by Savion Shockley, who broke on the route and got his hands on it, but couldn't pull down the interception. But still, got to love the concentration on the tip drill.
Should have been a pick 6. Shockley had it in his hands, and very lucky for South Hills not to have given up the pick 6 there. Great concentration by the receiver.
10-yard gain for Carr. Sets up the Scorpions for 1st and 10 at their own 34. Shotgun snap back. It's going to be a handoff to Clayton. Dances, tries to go off outside to the right, tries to bounce it out, but he was brought down that time by number 40, Henry Esses.
Very nice play by Henry Esses. He disengaged with his man to get in on the tackle immediately at the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry. I love how the 2s and the 3s come in and you don't miss a beat, really. This is a credit to the coaching staff at Grapevine, of course, headed up by Coach Alexander, and then the kids to keep their focus for the first 3 quarters and come in and continue to dominate.
It's a 2-yard gain that time for Christopher Clayton. 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line. Shotgun snap back to Campos, and it's a broken play. He was looking to hand off. Now he throws it to Campos, a little swing pass out to the left side. Just not much room. He's going to get a gain of about a yard before he gets brought down. But man, that was just looked like he was expecting something else there. He kind of floated to his right, looking like he was waiting for his running back to go with him, but his running back went the other direction.
Hard to fake a handoff to a running back that's not there.
On the tackle was number 54, Devin Thomas. Sophomore getting called up from the JV last week. Nice job considering how things look so disjointed of Grapevine kind of sticking with their assignment there and only allowing a 1-yard gain on the swing pass. Thomas is
Devin
playing,
Thomas now in the game.
Yeah, he's playing
5'9",
end right now.
220 sophomore in the game.
We're going to have a timeout for South Hills before the play clock runs out. So we'll go ahead and take it with them. 9:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Grapevine up 61-0. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio. Third down and 7, a pass deep over the middle. It is tipped and incomplete as that time the quarterback, Campos, was going for number 5, Dorian Carr, the senior, over the middle, tried to just basically throw it up to let his receiver have a chance. Carr went up and went high pointed and got his hands on the ball but couldn't secure it.
Redmond Webb made a real nice play on that to create the contact to separate a receiver from ball, the 5'9", 150-pound junior DB, making an impact.
Nice play by Webb that time to not allow Carr to come down with that ball, and the punt team is on for the Scorpions. Holmes is back to receive this next punt as the quarterback Campos will stay in to kick this one away. It's a low snap. He corrals it and hits a little low line drive wobbler. Takes a Scorpion roll and will roll inside the Grapevine 40 and down to the 38-yard line and be down right there. You can listen to the Coach Mike Alexander show every week. It takes place on Monday nights. You can catch it on YouTube on the Tradio channel on YouTube, and it's on 6:30 on Monday nights.
This week he's doing a show from Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine.
Classic Chevrolet.
You can go and
our primary
view the show
sponsor.
Live. Yes, sir. You can go view the show live, talk to Coach.
It's the Coach Mike Alexander show every Monday night. Mustangs take over at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Evan Baum now in at quarterback for the Mustangs. Sammy Kelly in at 1 wide receiver spot. Snap back. Brody Day in at tailback, takes it around the left end up to the 40, midfield outside of the 45. Nice run, great blocking as well, but a nice run there by Brody Day for his first carry of the night as he swings around the left end, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the South Hills 44-yard line, a run of 18 yards.
Solid job by the senior wide receiver, Solomon McKenzie, number 23, downfield with the block as well to help spring him just a little bit further.
Solomon McKenzie in the slot wide receiver spot right now. Also in Jeremy Redfern at a wide receiver spot. Shotgun snap back, handoff up the middle. That's Keegan Courtney this time checking into tailback, and he'll get about a 3-yard gain down to the 40. Courtney getting his first carry.
It was a nice little power counter trap sort of play there. You had the fullback come through and lead through the block, but just good pursuit by the South Hills defense on that particular play.
Number 35, Cameron Mobe in at the Y spot, the H-back position. Day gets the handoff this time, going around left hand, finding some room inside the 30, inside the 25, the 20, down the sideline, and finally getting brought down by the face mask as multiple flags come flying in. But another solid run that time by number 24, Brody Day, as he gets all the way down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of about 26 yards, and then we'll tack on some penalty yardage onto it.
Cameron Mosh was that time lined up outside a little bit.
On the defense, number 0. Half the distance be at the end of the run. First down.
The 5'11", 200-pound tight end. He's been at fullback a little bit in the backfield. He's lined up at the tight end spot, and that time he seals the edge with a fantastic lead block up the sideline.
So they move the ball after the penalty down to the 8-yard line, 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Keegan Courtney checks in at tailback for this position, for this play, I should say. Snap back, hand off to Courtney, up the middle, dancing through, getting down to the 5, maybe down to the 4. They are going to mark him at the 5-yard line, so it's a gain of 3 for Keegan Courtney. And it looks like they're just going play after play at tailback as Brody Day is going to come back in.
You could see the entire line of scrimmage moving toward the end zone. It's a beautiful thing to see all of the linemen working in concert.
2nd and goal now as we're down to about 6 minutes to go here in the ball game from the 5-yard line.
One-on-one at the top.
Day in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off, or at tailback. He's going to get the ball, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Brody Day getting the handoff from Evan Baum. Finds some room up the middle and punches it in for 6. And that's got to feel good for Brody Day.
And how about the senior lineman, Preston Love, 6'1", 285 pounds, drove his man about 7 yards into the end zone as Day walks into the promised land.
The senior Brody Day getting a touchdown tonight.
Everybody's getting involved in this.
Definitely.
It's going to be a fun locker room.
J.D. Rice on again for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and the kick is also good. So 5:50 to go in the ball game. It's now 68-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping.
For your trade, get an instant appraisal with our online Easy Pass. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
Hayden Rhodes lining things up to kick it away, and he hits a little squibber this time. It's going to be caught at the 30, trying to find a little room up to the 35, 36-yard line. Is the return man, one of the upbacks. That's number 11, Eric Flores on the return. That time for South Hills. The tackle made that time by number 8, Redmond Webb.
There's a lot of pressure on this Grapevine defense because on the sideline, all the talk is keep the goose egg, keep the goose egg. So a lot of pressure on this defense now to hold up and protect that end zone.
So the Scorpions, and it looked like we had a offside penalty on the kickoff that time as they moved the ball up 5 yards. Up to the 42. So that's where South Hills will take over this next possession. 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Snap is back, and a handoff and dropped behind the line as multiple defenders, including number 70 Christian Gallardo and number 54 Devin Thomas, just blast the running back Christopher Clayton behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss.
Devin Thomas timed the snap perfectly, was untouched to meet the running back just as soon as he touched the ball.
Big loss on 1st down that time for South Hills. Great penetration by that defensive front.
South Hills in no hurry.
Mustangs going to move to 8-2 on the season. They'll stay at the very least tied for first place in the district at 5-0. And more importantly, they will clinch a playoff spot in the 2021 playoffs. Snap back, Handoff this time. Clayton almost gets tackled in the backfield. Now he's just trying to find any running room at all, and he gets run out of bounds for a huge loss by number 38. Excuse me.
Caleb Miles.
Pardon me. Well, you do have a flag down on the play, as once again Devin Thomas was in the backfield immediately. You wonder if maybe that time he jumped off sides because he was in there so fast.
I almost thought he was held at the point of attack, so it'll be interesting. He might have been offsides, but I felt like he was held there in the backfield.
Well, there is a flag, but the flag is actually back where the play ended, back around the 33-yard line, out of bounds. So it may have been something happened after the play, maybe a late hit or something of that nature. But, man, you got to love those last two plays. Devin Thomas just timing the snap and just... And it is a late hit out of bounds by Grapevine.
Post-play penalties that you simply can't have, especially if you're a younger player coming off the bench. You're trying to make a name for yourself. You simply can't have those sort of mistakes. It's no reason for it.
They mark it off from the line of scrimmage of the play, which means they will take this into Grapevine territory at the 46-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for South Hills. Down to 4:15 to go here in the ball game, as the Scorpions get the play in from the sideline. Snap back to Compost. Looked like a false start. That's what we have. Yeah, it looked like the up back that time. Number 35, Juan Flores, just kind of started leaning a little too quick.
When you lean like that, just go in motion. Just go in motion.
If you're the up back, you can just go in motion and reset. Yeah. But he kind of just went forward and kept going, and so they had to mark that off 5 yards. Back to the 49 of South Hills. First and 15 now for the Scorpions. Two receivers to the left. Single receiver to the right. As the Scorpions get the play in. Zachary Garrett in at tailback. Snap is back. It is going to be a handoff to Garrett. Dancing up the middle and just not finding much room to roam. He's going to get maybe a yard before he gets brought down, and that time it was number 32, Michael Northrop, the middle linebacker, who made the stop on the play.
And that time they doubled Devin Thomas, who broke through they're giving him the Aaron Donald treatment out there now, and he still was able to break through that and force the running back inside to the middle linebacker.
Second and 14 now at midfield after the 1 yard gain. .245 and counting to go here in the ball game as clock continues to run. Shotgun snap is back. It's going to be a handoff to Clayton this time, going around the left end. And he'll get brought down by the combination of Michael Northup and number 38, Caleb Miles, after a gain of 3.
Boy, as a sophomore, I have my binoculars trained on Devin Thomas right now. It doesn't matter who they put in front of him. He is whooping some tail. He's going to have a bright future here for the Grapevine
those are the
Mustangs.
things you like to see. He just got brought up last week off the JV. Made a couple of flash plays in that game against Northside. And he's going to pop off the film definitely tonight.
Absolutely.
3rd and 11 now for the Scorpions at the Grapevine 47-yard line. Shotgun snap is back. They're going to give it to Clayton. No, it's a keep, and probably shouldn't have been, as coming in to make a huge hit was number 40, Henry Esses. As that time the quarterback, Campos, decided to keep it on the zone read handoff, which is unfortunate because it looked like Clayton actually had some room over on the right side.
Well, here's the quandary. He's reading the D-end, number 54, Devin Thomas. Thomas reads run, so he goes down the line of scrimmage, so the quarterback innately pulls the run, but number 40, and I'm looking for the name here, Henry Esses. He just played his position perfectly and never moved. So if you're really, as a quarterback, you're stuck. You're supposed to pull it in that situation, and you get brought down in the backfield anyway by Esses.
Snap is back for the punt. end over end, high and short. It's going to be fair caught at the 33-yard line by C.J. Holmes. So we are under a minute to go here in the ball game. The Mustangs just going to have to kneel this a couple of times and salt it away, as they will move to 6-2 on the season and 5-0 in district play, and they will clinch a playoff spot in the 2021 Division II 5A playoffs.
Certainly is exciting. You clinch a playoff spot. We assume that they're going to preserve the goose egg. You have a great time here on Teacher Appreciation Night, on Pink Out Night for breast cancer awareness. It's just been a very positive evening for the Grapevine Mustangs all the way around.
Absolutely. Evan Baum in at quarterback to take these last couple of snaps. A victory formation. All they need to do is kneel it a couple times, and that'll do it. Actually, just kneel it once. Just let the clock run under 40.
That's exactly
what they're doing.
No rush to snap this ball. Here we go.
Snap back. Baum kneels it down. And that will do it as the clock will start to tick down. Coming up here in just a little bit, after this next break, we're going to have the Energy Attic post-game show for you tonight. We'll go over the final stats from this ball game, talk about what we saw tonight as the Mustangs, for the most part, do a pretty good job of executing tonight and do exactly what they needed to do, as they will shut out the South Hill Scorpions by a final score of 68-0 with only 2 games left in the regular season, and one step closer to a district title, having clinched a playoff spot tonight out of District 4-5A Division II. It's now official. The clock has hit 0. Your final score, the Grapevine Mustangs 68, the South Hill Scorpions 0. We'll be back in a moment with the Energy Attic postgame show. You are listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.